So MSNBC had David Jolly, who's an analyst. He's a former Republican congressman, matter of fact, that he came on there and just excoriated MSNBC and Mika Brzezinski and Joe Scarborough. And I want to play that clip for you and talk about it because it's pretty funny and they really need to hear it. And the guy's totally right. And keep in mind, this guy was a Republican until like 2017, 2018. It was from Florida, I believe.
Really unsettling about it is coming off of the election, those who have tried to act responsibly feel the pain of the loss. We didn't wake up after the election and think, oh, I'm upset because I was wrong. We're upset because we know we're right, but we're on the losing side of this battle. And so what does that mean for a responsible media, for a responsible electorate, for a responsible Democratic Party in this environment? The only answer is to double down in holding Donald Trump and his allies accountable and double down on trying to present a democracy that represents all people, even.
He is absolutely right here. Absolutely 100% right. I made this point in a video that I did about Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski. I'm like, so which time were you telling the truth? Was it before Donald Trump got elected? Was it after, where you said he was Hitler and then all of a sudden now you're at Mar-a-Lago kissing his ass? Like, if you're gonna go down this route, and we are correct, Donald Trump is every bit of what we say that he is, and he's right. We are right. You don't switch gears and then give in to that and capitulate. This dude is spot on here. Anyway, let's continue.
Even in a losing environment.
What does that mean, to double down?
It means to keep doing what you're doing. I mean, I understand the autopsy report that you go through when you're losing, but let's not overreact to this. Again, you didn't come out of the election upset because you knew you were wrong. You knew you were right, but you lost. So don't change the fundamental values. Don't just say we're going to give equity to Donald Trump, which some people are doing. In the Democratic Party, in media, among the electorate, they're saying, I just give up. We're going to give him equity. We're going to give him parity to traditional American values. No, that's absolutely wrong. You can't do that. Forgive me for saying this. You can't go to Mar-a-Lago. You can't do it. It's going to get me in trouble. You can't do that. You have to hold Donald Trump accountable for being wrong. You have to hold all of his allies accountable for being wrong.
And there you go. Yeah, I mean, David is spot on here. He couldn't be more right. Now, he never named Mika and Joe, but that's who he's talking about. We know that's who he's talking about. You don't go to Mar-a-Lago. Now, I will say that this may be a strategic maneuver by NBC in order to try and repair the damage that Mika and Joe did by coming out and saying that. But I mean, he sounds pretty sincere, and this is a guy who went from being, a Republican to being like, okay, that guy's fucking crazy. I'm out of here. I'm not going to do that anymore. So I can't say that there's a single thing that I disagree with him on about that. And MSNBC needs to do more of that, which is to repair its brand, repair everything. Because when Mika and Joe did that, it just looked so bad. It made them look like liars. And I mean, because just break it all down and think about that simply. The day before Donald Trump is elected, they're like, he's Hitler. He's going to rule like Hitler. He's essentially a Nazi. He's a fascist. He's harming democracy. He's trying to take over the country. He's going to destroy our democracy. Then he gets elected in within a day or two. You're like, well, we were down there at Mar-a-Lago and, we were trying to find common ground. Do you think that there was any way for, Germans in Nazi Germany, do you think there was any way for them to find common ground with Adolf Hitler? Do you think that his opponents would turn around, aside from being afraid of him, do you think they would turn around and be like, well, I mean, he's kind of reasonable and we can work with that? No, of course not. You don't do that. Democrats are correct in what Donald Trump is. They've been correct over the last 4 years. And none of that changes after the election. None of it. Now, give it 2 years. If Donald Trump hasn't gone all crazy, Adolf Hitler, Nazi, put everybody in a concentration camp kind of guy, then we could have that discussion. But right after the election, it makes no sense, and it looks really bad, and it hurt the reputation of MSNBC. I think it killed the reputation of Morning Joe and Mika. I think that may have put them just on the losing end of everything here. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section. This is the Liberal Loudmouth, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.